Hello everyone, it's Kelly here. We're about to receive some new information about the departure of a villain, and this is changing the course of events in Port Charles. As someone who has followed every twist and turn in Port Charles, I feel like the writers have taken us on quite a journey with this character. When Pascal first arrived, I thought he might just be another face in the crowd, but he quickly proved himself to be far more complicated. Now, with everything that has unfolded, it seems his time on the canvas is truly coming to an end, and that departure carries a weight I did not entirely expect. What strikes me most is how cleverly Sonny has handled the situation. I have always admired Sonny's ability to protect those he cares about while staying one step ahead of danger. In the episode that aired on June 4, we saw Pascal backed into a corner and it felt so real. Sonny and Laura worked together to convince him to hand over control of those damaging photos from Sidwell's safe. Pascal knew the alternative was facing Sidwell's deadly anger, so choosing Sonny's deal made perfect sense. He was promised money and a safe way out of the country, and he followed through by giving the safe code to Lucas. That moment felt pivotal, like a quiet turning point that could shift the balance of power in Port Charles. Yet even as Pascal tried to escape, new dangers emerged that have made me rethink everything. Sidwell is clearly obsessed now, and that obsession is driving him to hunt Pascal down with real intensity. I have seen many villains on this show over the decades, but Sidwell's pursuit feels particularly chilling because it shows how personal this has become. Pascal's decision to betray him has ignited something deeper. A new level of danger that proves just how far Sidwell is willing to go. This obsession is not just about revenge. It reveals a darker side to Sidwell's character that I believe will affect many more lives in the coming weeks. Of course, the confirmation that Marc Forget has left the show makes Pascal's fate feel final in a way I did not anticipate. For a longtime viewer like me, it is always bittersweet when an actor moves on. Marc brought a certain intensity to Pascal that made him memorable, even if the character caused plenty of trouble. The news that this departure confirms Pascal's death hit me harder than I expected. I had hoped maybe he would simply disappear into a new life somewhere far away, but the story seems to be heading toward a more permanent exit. Still, I keep wondering, could there be one last twist? In a long-running show like ours, nothing is ever truly set in stone. One thing I find particularly interesting is the possibility that Pascal might make some important confessions to Sonny before everything ends. If that happens, it could expand Sidwell's threats in ways we have not yet imagined. Pascal has been close to Sidwell's operations, and any information he shares could give Sonny the upper hand. I have always believed that even the most troubled characters can find redemption in their final moments, and I hope Pascal gets that chance. It would feel right for his story, especially after all the chaos he helped create. This potential confession would also highlight how Sidwell's obsession is growing, adjusting in new and more dangerous directions. It proves that one betrayal can set off a chain reaction that touches everyone in Port Charles. Thinking back, Pascal's arrival last year at the Five Poppies Resort and then his role as Sidwell's menacing butler really added tension to the show. He was not a typical villain, but rather someone caught between loyalty and survival. That complexity is what made his storyline so engaging for me. Now, watching him run for his life, I cannot help but feel a touch of sympathy mixed with satisfaction. Many longtime fans, including myself, grew tired of the trouble he brought. Seeing him removed from the equation brings a sense of relief, knowing he will not be able to hurt anyone else. Yet I also recognize that his exit opens new doors for the larger story. Sidwell's pursuit of Pascal right now is creating a sense of urgency that I love in General Hospital. It makes every scene feel charged with possibility. Will Sonny be able to keep his promise and get Pascal to safety, or will Sidwell's obsession win out? These questions keep me coming back day after day. I have faith that Sonny will continue his careful planning to take down both Sidwell and Ross. Their alliance has been a real threat, and dismantling it will require all of Sonny's experience and cunning. I have seen Sonny face impossible odds before, and he usually finds a way. This time feels no different, though the personal stakes seem higher than ever. As I reflect on these latest developments, I keep thinking about how the show balances loss with hope. Pascal's story reminds me that even secondary characters can leave a lasting impact. His possible confessions could change the game entirely, giving our heroes crucial insights into Sidwell's plans. I find that exciting because it shows the writers are thinking several steps ahead. For those of us who have watched for decades, this kind of layered storytelling is exactly why we stay loyal. It is not just about the big names. It is about how every piece fits together in this rich tapestry of Port Charles' life. I must admit, part of me wonders if Pascal's death, if it truly comes, will be the end of Sidwell's immediate threats or just the beginning of something larger. The way Sidwell is chasing him now suggests the obsession runs deep, and that could lead to more shocking revelations. Perhaps Pascal will reveal secrets about the safe's contents or Sidwell's other dealings that we never saw coming. I would love to see that play out, because it would give closure while propelling the story forward. Either way, I trust the talented team behind General Hospital to handle it with care and respect for the fans who have invested so much emotion over the years. Laura's involvement in all of this has also been a highlight for me. She and Sonny working together again feels classic and comforting. Their partnership has always been one of the show's strengths, and watching them guide Pascal toward a better choice reinforced that bond. In my view, moments like these are what make the show special. They remind us that even in darkness, there are people willing to extend a hand. Pascal taking that hand by giving the code to Lucas was a brave step, one that might just save more lives than we realize right now. Looking ahead, I am genuinely eager to see how Sonny's plans against Sidwell and Ross develop. The tension is building beautifully, and I can already sense the explosive confrontations waiting for us. Will Pascal manage one final act of courage, or will Sidwell's pursuit cut everything short? These uncertainties are what keep the show alive and vibrant after all these decades. For a fan like me, who has seen generations of characters come and go, this current arc feels fresh yet familiar in the best possible way. I have to say, despite the sadness of losing another familiar face, I am optimistic about the future of the story. Pascal's exit, confirmed by Marc's departure, clears the way for deeper explorations of loyalty, betrayal, and justice. It also allows other characters room to grow and face their own challenges. That is the beauty of a soap opera that has lasted as long as ours. It evolves while staying true to its heart. I will continue watching faithfully, just as I have since I was much younger, because stories like this one remind me why I fell in love with General Hospital in the first place. There is something comforting in knowing that even when characters face the ultimate danger, the town of Port Charles keeps moving forward. Pascal's journey has been turbulent, filled with questionable choices and moments of unexpected humanity. His potential confessions to Sonny could be the key that unlocks everything we need to finally breathe easier. I believe Sonny will honor his word, but I also know Sidwell will not go quietly. That clash of wills is what makes the coming episodes must-watch television. The confirmation of Marc's potential comeback feels like a classic soap opera move that I have grown to love. Pascal's story was heading toward a dramatic farewell after that intense June 4 episode, where Sonny and Laura convinced him to turn over the safe code and escape Sidwell's reach. Yet now it appears Pascal is not done yet. He is stepping into new dark actions that reveal a deeper, more obsessive side to the conflicts surrounding him. Sidwell's pursuit has clearly ignited something powerful in Pascal, pushing him toward decisions that are both risky and revealing. I have always believed that even troubled characters like Pascal can surprise us with their complexity, and this new obsession proves just how entangled everyone has become in Sidwell's web. What truly captivates me is how Pascal's actions are now directly tied to helping Sonny protect Jocelyn. The evidence Pascal is bringing forward could be the key to saving her from the growing threats. I have watched Jocelyn grow up on screen, and her safety has always been close to my heart. Seeing Pascal provide crucial information to Sonny creates a powerful turning point that feels explosive. This is not just another side deal. It marks the beginning of a new burst of drama that will ripple through Port Charles. Sonny has always been a protector, and with this fresh intelligence, he gains a real advantage against Sidwell and Ross. I can already sense the tension building toward major confrontations that will test everyone's loyalties. In my view, this adjustment in Pascal's arc adds welcome depth. His willingness to embrace darker choices while still offering help shows the internal struggle many characters face in our beloved show. It proves that redemption is rarely simple, and sometimes it comes wrapped in shadows. I appreciate how the writers are balancing Pascal's flaws with moments that benefit the heroes. For a fan like me, who has cheered for Sonny's family through decades of danger, this development feels satisfying. It reminds me of older storylines where unexpected allies emerged at critical times, shifting the balance in surprising ways. Of course, Marc Forget's possible return makes everything more thrilling. I thoroughly enjoyed his portrayal of Pascal from his debut at Five Poppies Resort through his tense time as Sidwell's butler. Bringing him back allows the story to explore new dangers and obsessions that were only hinted at before. Will Pascal's dark actions create more chaos before they help resolve it? I believe they will, and that uncertainty is what makes General Hospital so addictive. The new obsession driving Sidwell's hunt for Pascal now feels even more personal and menacing, setting the stage for high-stakes moments ahead. I keep asking myself whether Pascal can truly change course, or if his darker impulses will pull him back into conflict. The evidence he is delivering to Sonny regarding Jocelyn's safety suggests he is choosing a redemptive path, at least in part. This could lead to an explosive series of events where Sonny finally gains the upper hand. I have seen Sonny overcome impossible odds many times, and this feels like one of those classic battles I cherish. The involvement of Laura again strengthens the alliance, giving me confidence that our favorites will navigate these storms together. As someone who has followed the show through many eras, I find this current arc refreshing because it connects past betrayals with future hope. Pascal's story is evolving in ways that honor the long history of Port Charles while introducing fresh excitement. His potential return allows the writers to expand on themes of obsession, loyalty, and sacrifice that have always defined the series. I am particularly eager to see how this new evidence plays out and whether it leads to direct clashes with Sidwell and Ross. The heat is definitely rising, and I cannot wait to watch it unfold.